What do you think the best Catchment video is?
The best Catchment video? After some time and consideration, it'll have to be The Backyard Theory.
No.
Easily the best. Oh, Zach, come on,
Zach.
man. Where are you going? Come on. Do you disagree?
I'm not doing this, man.
Oh, mate.
If you're going to be like that, we're not going to do this. Welcome to the panel. Full transparency, it is about 1 a.m. We've assembled a panel here tonight to discuss the past year on the Catchment, which I think has been a year on the Catchment. Obviously, we started this year, or rather ended last year, with a very strange video called The Catchment Forever. This video here. That was released on Catchment Day, 2021.
Sean Yap is in it.
Sean Yap is in it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sean Yap.
Shout out to Sean
Gotta
Yap.
be one of my favourite Yaps.
Although Alfie Hartshorn is also in it, so...
Oh, I thought Alfie Hartshorn was one of your favourite Yaps. I was like, are you alright, mate?
Alfie Hartshorn is not a certified Yap, no.
So, I think I speak for most of the Catchment when I say that I didn't expect the Catchment to keep going. Like, the Catchment Forever was very much meant to be a goodbye video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely the vibe.
Yeah, sort of everyone saying goodbye, talking about their favourite moments from the Catchment.
What the Catchment meant to them.
Yeah, things like that. It was a very soppy video. But on the same day that we released the Catchment Forever video, we relaunched the Catchment YouTube channel with a little video called Finn Finds a Rat.
Oh yeah.
To my surprise, the Catchment stuck around. It has actually been a year on YouTube. We're recording this on December 12th, 2022.
It's December the 13th.
It's wonderful. Sorry, we're an hour late.
Well, you know, I'm sure in
We're in the AM PM.
in South African time.
It has been 1 year and 1 hour on YouTube. We're going to have to change the title of the video now, I'm sorry. So we're going to go through it and we're going to talk about each of the series and some of our favourite moments from the year. So I think we should, start at the start. December 28th last year, we had the very first series on the Catchment. This isn't the first one we filmed, but the first series we released on the Catchment was Mousetrap FM, or as it's commonly known,
MTFM.
Yes, go.
Play that jingle for us.
I watched them totally, each and every one.
You watched? Wow.
Yeah,
Unbelievable person.
Really? I'm amazed.
Well, MTFM isn't the highest performing series on the Catchment, not by a long shot. It was the first series we did on the Catchment. The story behind MTFM is for Michael's birthday last year, December 28th. It's coming up. Happy birthday, Michael. Me and Mouse decided to make a radio show. We thought of an idea of why don't people modernise radio shows by doing them in the format of a podcast release once weekly, roughly lasting an hour, and then you can have little talking points in between the songs. So we did that, and we did it for Michael's birthday. While we were making it, Mouse was like, I'm going to make this a weekly thing, and I'm like, no you're not. And then the next week rolls around, and he sent me the finished audio file, and I was forced to make a video for it. And the rest is history. We made MTFM a series. Which leads us into the evolution of MTFM as a series. After episode 10, we took a few months off, and then we came back with a very similar team for a show called Yikes We Chillin'.
Boom.
Now we're getting spicy.
Can't even
Play that intro theme. It's like a minute long.
Just it just looks so exasperated.
Yikes We Chillin'. So this is something that we've had in the works for about 2 years. Ever since Michael sort of first came onto the Catchment, and I think we had Michael and Mouse in the same Discord call for the first time, and we were like, these two have a very unique chemistry that I think we want to capitalise on. And we were like, when are you guys going to start the Mouse and Michael podcast? And then Michael moved down to Wellington, and we could finally do it.
Amazing.
So we created Yikes We Chillin', and we greenlit it for a 6-episode series of 40-minute to an hour podcasts.
Yeah.
And we released that. it was meant to be bi-weekly, ended up being bi-monthly, but then we sped up towards the end.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty solid series.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No one will dispute that.
Yeah. Intro is solid. Just.
Oh, the intro is so good.
Yeah. It looks amazing. I mean, the set.
The set.
Yeah. What a beautiful set.
What a beautiful set.
It's very much just good content.
It's very much good content. Because my main problem with MTFM was that Mouse wasn't talking enough.
Yes.
And what we did is we sat him in a chair and we said, you need to talk for 6 hours over the course of the series. And I really like it. I think Mouse and Michael bounce off of each other quite well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think
Definitely.
we made the decision that we weren't going to fall into the trap that podcasts usually fall into, which is we force ourselves to make a video every single week, and it has to be an hour, even if we have nothing to talk about.
Episode 6 is my favourite so far.
I think, yeah.
Because
You're only
I
right
love
to
the
say
vibe.
that.
I need to watch all of them, just because the one that I watched, I watched again 1 or 2 of them, but just really good to just go to bed to.
It's really good to...
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
lullaby music at the end.
Because
Yeah.
both Mouse and Michael can be really chill and soothing, I guess.
Yeah,
Is what I would
It's
say.
Mouse's smooth radio voice.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're just really chill.
Fortunately, Yikes We Chillin' is getting a season 2, 10 episodes
Yes,
starting 2023, and we are expanding the format. We're changing it up. Instead of coming up with a topic and then thinking of stories underneath that topic, telling them over the course of an hour, it's still going to be Mouse and Michael. It's still going to be an hour-long podcast. It's still going to be released whenever the we make one. But I can't say too much, but it's going to be different.
Zach can't say too
It's
much.
going to be different. We're going to be going to more locations. If you like the sewer episode, there's going to be more on location.
That is interesting.
There's going to be more interviews. There's going to be more guests, but the guests won't just be one of our friends. We've got actual proper guests.
Oh, I like
Ooh.
these. I like these decisions.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, what is your favourite series on
What is-
Catchment this year?
What is my favorite? Oh God.
So many to choose from.
I mean, the temptation to say backyard theory was really strong.
No! Stop it.
To be honest, my favourite is probably Catchment Cooks.
Yeah.
Favourite is Catchment Cooks.
One of them. Oh, it's up there. It's up there.
It's definitely out there. Let's talk about Catchment Cooks.
Yeah.
So Catchment Cooks.
A bit of a shaky start, I would say. A bit of a low FPS
Bit
start.
of a low FPS.
Yeah.
We shot the first episode on a webcam. On the main camera, plugged into OBS. So the original idea for Catchment Cooks, for those that don't know, was Nix was going to teach me how to cook. Obviously, that's not what the show ended up being.
Wait, was that really the premise
Yeah.
upon watching this series?
On the day we started filming, so the night before, Nix and Mouse had stayed over at my place, and then we woke up, we were like, let's do a cooking show. We're going to compete to see who could make the best holy water.
I don't know what to say to
we
that.
set up the cameras, we started filming, we started making holy water, and Nix said, this is shit.
Yeah.
So we stopped, and instead competed to make the best breakfast. And the rest is history.
It just sort of increases in quality.
It really
Oh,
does.
very
Yeah.
much. Very much.
Every single video.
Much in the same way that Wing it does, but we'll get to
We'll get to wing
Oh.
it. Right now we're talking Catchment
Okay,
Cooks, yeah.
yes.
So we had the concept for Catchment Cooks. It would be a 4-episode series where the cooking environment gets incrementally worse. We start in a kitchen, and then we move to a field. I mean, you can still prepare food in the field. It's basically just a picnic.
Yeah.
Then we move to a basement. Okay, you're really pushing where you can make food, but I suppose technically. And then we moved into a public bathroom. It's a natural evolution. Episode 4, the original plan was we would film in a garbage dump. but we couldn't get permission to film in a garbage dump. So I did some location scouting and found a real manky, rusty public bathroom that we could sit on the floor in. The reason there was so flippin' long between episode 3 and episode 4 was because we shot episode... so in episode 1 and 3, Mouse got food poisoning really bad.
Oh,
On
yeah.
both occasions.
Not surprising. Not surprising.
Episode 2
Yeah.
he was fine. Episode 3 he
How was episode 2 the one episode he was fine? What the heck? There was some dodgy shit in that one.
Because everything was sort of, it
Was
pre-cooked.
kind of
We
true.
didn't actually do any cooking in
true.
it.
Mm.
Some rank ass shit, but like it's technically still pre-cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After episode 3, he couldn't eat for a week without throwing up. So we
That's
couldn't.
That's bad, man.
That's pretty bad. Yeah.
How did he make another one?
Well, that's the thing. So after
It took a
episode
year.
3, he couldn't eat for a week, so I cancelled the series. I was like, I'm not going to subject him to another one of these.
Mm.
And then we wanted to end the saga somehow, so I spoke with him, and he said, yeah, I'll totally do another one, no problem.
Mouse, buddy, you know.
That is
Should
classic
we
Mouse.
show a little message to Mouse about maybe having a little more self-respect?
So we decided we were going to do episode 4. We came up with this plan about doing it in the garbage dump, and then I can't remember why, we just couldn't make it work for some reason. So we cancelled the series again. And then the summer special came around, and we started thinking, let's bring back all these old series.
Yeah, we'll get back to the summer special.
We'll get back to the summer special.
They will.
We'll bring back all these old series, and Catchment Cooks as our original flagship series should be in there. And we had an end to the saga sort of plan, so we were like, let's do it and not give Mouse food poisoning. So we did a dessert episode where we thought it's very, very difficult to fuck this up. And he didn't get food poisoning.
Success.
We still made some fucking abominations.
Yeah.
So episode 1, 2, no lore at all. Then
Yeah.
3 is
Heavy-
big lore,
heavy lore.
heavy
Here's
lore.
the lore dump.
Then 4, you have a little bit of lore at the start, a little bit of lore at the
At the
end.
and then in the middle it's just good old-fashioned cooking in a public bathroom
Yeah.
like
True.
Mum used to do.
True. We'll get to that one later. I will say, I do. Okay, the lore heavy was kind of my cup of tea personally. I also liked episode 3 had a much more rich introduction. Episode 4 is kind of like it's
Episode
Catchment
3 had
Cooks.
a- had
We're
a-
in a bathroom.
Episode 3 had a hell of an introduction.
Episode 3 had a
Scooping roadkill.
probably
into a
the
wheelbarrow.
probably the most epic introduction of any Catchment
I
video.
think that's
yeah.
probably
Yeah.
the funniest set piece we've ever done.
Yeah, but
That's a good one.
So Catchment Cooks, as a whole, fantastic series. Didn't perform incredibly well in terms of numbers of
yeah, but
views.
fuck that.
But fuck numbers of views. It's a really good series.
It's a really fun series.
For those that watch it, it's one of the best series on the Catchment.
Yeah.
Except for episode 1, which is... As with all things, Catchment Cooks had to come to an end.
No.
Except for episode 4, which came out a few days ago.
Yeah.
We replaced it with a very strange series known only by Kendall's Lucky Dip,
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about here.
which didn't actually have a name until episode 4. We shot the first 3 episodes and we didn't have a name for it. In my folders it was just called Untitled Unboxing Show.
You could have rolled with that, actually.
Shout out Untitled Unboxing Show.
What could have been?
Yo, what were you watching on YouTube last night? You know, I was watching Untitled Unboxing Show. It's pretty good.
We're just
The
giving you.
music is so good.
Oh yeah, I remember sitting there the day you
Yeah.
picked the Mario Kart like soundtrack, and I was like, that works so
Yeah.
well.
'Cause
Yeah.
the music in Catchment videos had been a little bit hit or miss up until that point. Catchment Cooks episode 1, I don't know, don't listen to the music in that episode. It is awful. Royal Raceway from Mario
yeah.
Kart 8 Deluxe.
Oh yeah.
It is just an absolute, and like yeah, the fact that episode 1 syncs really well with it as well, like with the zoom into the knife, with the.
Oh yeah. That first video of Kendall's Lucky Dip.
It was the gateway drug.
It was very much one of the best Kendall's Lucky Dip episodes.
What do you think of the concept of an unboxing show where it's just random shit?
It's perfect. It's like Christmas, but all year.
Yeah, honestly, I continued doing the series and greenlit season 2 just so that Kendall would give me free stuff. Sometimes it was terrible, and sometimes it was really genuinely good red velvet cake.
Oh,
Yeah.
Very good series. Question is, what Kendall's Lucky Dip videos hit harder than others? Is the question.
The kidnapping one, season 2.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
no question. No
Oh, yeah.
question.
Far and away the best episode.
Yeah.
It's the best episode.
It broke the format in an unexpected way, but it was still Kendall's Lucky Dip.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pristine editing. Segway winging it.
The segue winging it. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
You can talk about winging it because it's your show, man.
So
Yeah.
winging its origin story is kind of strange in the sense that the idea is nothing like what it ended up starting at.
Well, I just told you to make something.
You told me to make something.
Because I just broke the remote that I'm using for the teleprompter.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, so I had Nick's in our room, and I was like,
You did want it to be short, though. I remember you saying you wanted it to be short, which is why you complained a lot about episode 1
I remember that.
being
but I
over an
remember-
hour of footage.
we all have a little bit of selective memory here on the
I tell
Catchment.
you what, winging it is a bitch to edit.
Is a bitch to edit.
Every time I'm editing winging it, I think this is barely hanging on by a thread. But it always ends up being a pretty good video.
Unless it's episode
Yeah.
1.
Nah.
Unless it's episode 1. The thing with winging it
Oh.
is that
Yeah.
the videos get incrementally better every time.
Yeah.
I will have to agree in terms of quality. Yeah. As much as I love episode 2, it has and it's one of the few series that has increased not only in quality but also in performance and reception as well.
Yeah.
Like episode 4 is kind of popping off. It's like
Episode 4 is doing really well.
yeah, at the moment.
Nah. Honestly, I said Catchment Cooks was my favorite series. Winging It, I think might beat it.
Ooh,
It is I'd say one of the best series on the Catchment.
Wow, big.
The thing is,
Good place,
every time we sort of reinvent the things that aren't working. In episode 3, we completely threw out the old video game music we were using and injected some funk into there. And that now we've got the Winging It theme song. Play that Winging It theme
Yeah,
song.
the Wing It theme song. Let's go. Sorry.
I can't actually recall what that sounds like. So,
Also, in Winging It, because the board game thing wasn't really working, because we started with Battleship, which is not a visual game.
Yeah, that was the problem there.
If you're watching that video, you have no idea what's happening in the game.
yeah.
You occasionally figure out that someone's been hit, but
Yeah.
it's
No.
not a visual game. So
No.
we started moving to more visual games like Jenga, and then
Oh, yeah. That was a
beer pong, and then
Oh, yes.
cornhole.
Jenga. That was the only one that I've had any interaction with, behind the
Oh
camera.
yeah, because you were
Ash
there.
was, the mysterious hand stunt double.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yeah. That was. Are all of them like that? Because that took about an hour to set up.
Yeah, they take
we-
a very long time to set up.
Yeah, the Winging It episodes are high effort.
Winging It is a whole lot of planning. We often plan the videos a few weeks before we shoot.
Yeah, we have little meetings on Discord and
We
everything.
planned that in less than an hour.
We have to design the games from the ground up in a way that's easy to understand,
Yeah.
entertaining, and balanced. So we have to play test these things, and there's only limited play tests we can do before we actually start shooting.
Yeah,
But fortunately, all of the games have been pretty close. Especially Cornhole.
Well,
Yeah.
we won't know how close that was.
We don't actually know how
Should we talk about the counting in episode 4?
Look, a little secret. In episode 4 of Winging It, American Cornhole, pretty much every time new points are added to the score, our scorekeeper got the count completely off. We have no idea what the actual
What was it?
score
Was it? Wait, should I say it was Michael?
Michael, I'm sorry, you were
are we
great to
having-
have there, but man, you're bad at keeping count.
Well, Michael had a 13% chance of accurately naming the count.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But to reassure you, I'm pretty confident AJ still would have won.
That's good. I mean, because the funny thing is that you did an excellent job of hiding it. I know that the count you messed up with the count in the final edit, and I still can't. I can only see a few moments where you did some fucky stuff.
If you watch the score like a hawk and do your own counting of the score, you'll see it's completely weird.
Yeah.
Like, they'll very clearly get 6 points, and I'll chuck on 3.
And then...
Just to keep in touch with Michael.
Yeah, I really just looked. Like, you don't notice it.
No.
Because you're too busy watching...
Because you're watching the action, and you only
the
occasionally
madness,
check the score to see where it's at.
Yeah.
Winging It, fantastic series. We're going to continue it in 2020.
Let's go.
Thing. AJ's not in Wellington all the time, so...
I mean, we basically record an episode every time I fly back.
Yeah.
Which works.
Every time you fly back, we
So that's
put
like...
you in front of a camera and torture you.
And torture me, yeah.
Yeah, so that's, what, 3 times every year?
4 times.
4 times.
Yeah, more like 4 times.
Yes, four times every year.
Anyway, segue to Kendall's Wild Ride and Kendall's final challenge.
Ooh, boo. Sorry.
You can't boo those. Those are good Catchment videos.
No, I'm not booing Kendall's Wild Ride. Kendall's Wild Ride is excellent. It's S-tier.
Okay.
Yeah. It's almost the best Catchment video ever made.
Almost. It's up there.
Very much so.
It's an argument for it.
These are technically a part of the Kendall's Lucky Dip series, but the idea for Kendall's Wild Ride was we wanted to make a TV production quality, or as close as we could, YouTube video. I mean, if I saw it on TV, I'd say, what the f*** is this? But, you know, I think it is the highest quality thing we put out at the time. In Kendall's Final Challenge, the editing was better, just because I was more experienced.
Oh, yeah.
And the tone of the video was better, because we weren't trying to
I did like the chaos of it, yeah.
We were going for very much a YouTube video, very much comedy focused, very much Kendall's Lucky Dip, whereas in Kendall's Wild Ride we were more focused on what is the best thing we can make.
True. I guess when you're exploring it from that angle, it's, you know, it's not bad.
Not bad, I'll take it.
No, it is. I have to say, it is definitely still a fun episode.
Yeah.
It's also the most popular video in the Catchment.
Oh yeah, I don't know, because the YouTube 2.5k views or whatever.
2.5k views on Final Challenge.
Yeah.
I need to look at the view counts.
Because I was being like, what the
what?
Yeah, so when we filmed that episode, me, Kendall, and Red Tie, who's Kendall's left-hand man, right-hand man behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Left hand. Yeah, he's slightly dysfunctional.
My reaction to that was so delayed. Left hand.
I just sort of roll with it because.
Yeah, we all agreed that there was nothing more we could do with Kendall's Lucky Dip. We had ran out of ideas and we wanted to give it one last farewell. Now that Kendall's seen the view count, he's got a big head and is like, we're doing a season 5.
Season 5? Oh boy. I mean...
I'm not doing any more bloody Kendall's Lucky Dips.
You say that now. You say that now.
We're going to do spin-offs. There's going to be spin-offs. There's going to be more of Kendall. There's going to be similar things, but Kendall's Lucky Dip, as we know it, is over. You heard it here first.
We should probably catalogue the stuff that we want to do next year. Because currently we have just like...
We'll handle that. We'll put a pin in
that.
that.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Get to that later.
We'll get to that later.
Get to that later.
That seems to be the catchphrase of this episode. We'll get to that later.
We'll get to that later.
Just after Kendall's Wild Ride came out, well, actually, at the same time, they were both in the edit. We had 2 really big projects, the biggest projects I've ever edited, and we had people vote on which one they would like to see first. They voted for Kendall's Wild Ride, but that's just because it had a bigger crew, and all the crew voted for it. So it was not entirely democratic. But the other video we had in the works at the time was Bed Wars 2022, or as it's more affectionately known, Nothing.
Hey, let's go.
There is nothing like a crown for picking it up and putting it down.
Which is, I think, definitely at the time the best editing I've ever done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With the possible exception of the shortcut.
I guess we'll probably get to the shortcut later.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah, no, I have to... So, it's probably the Catchment video I've watched the most.
This was the second Catchment Bed Wars tournament. We had one in 2021, which was,
it came a long way.
which is called the 327. which we made.
Oh yeah.
I edited that, but I sort of lost half of the edit. So it's a
Yeah.
very short video.
Yeah.
It was actually longer than that, but I lost half of it.
I think I had to throw an F tier in my tier
It's a
list,
3 minutes
too.
highlight video. It's okay. It's got really funny moments.
And like a third of it is just Michael talking about Australian place names.
Oh God, Bed Wars 2022 was such a much bigger
yeah.
project. So much bigger,
yeah.
so much better. We had 10 hours of footage and I watched every single second of it. In addition to recording it and being there for the playthrough, I watched 10 hours of Bed Wars gameplay to pick out funny moments. I wrote them down in my little list with a time code. It took days and probably years off my life. This is the last video of the year and
Oh
the
my
last
God.
video of the Catchment Summer Special.
Catchment
shit.
Summer Special.
Yeah, should we talk about the Catchment Summer Special?
Let's talk about the Catchment Summer Special. So, it's a 14-day event, as I'm sure you well know. 14 videos, 14 days, smack dab in the middle. That's a lie. Smack dab on the 12th, 2 days ago, was Catchment Day, where you may have noticed you were spammed with notifications of
Yeah.
cool projects coming out. Some cooler than others, some are pretty boring. So, the Summer Special. I wanted a way to conclude the year.
Yeah.
And I was going to just release a bunch of special videos on Catchment Day, but I thought there's not much point in spamming them all out in a couple hours,
Yeah.
and I would rather give them a little bit of breathing room, a bit of a chance to, establish their own identity. So I came up with this idea of why don't I release a video every day for the whole month of December? And then I was like, that's a terrible idea. I'm not going to be able to do that. So 14 days. But honestly,
14
I
days.
think the videos that have been coming out are pretty solid.
Yeah.
Especially given that they were edited in an average of about a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Just whimpers.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I pulled some 12-hour editing shift. Catchment Cooks was edited start to finish in one editing session.
Fuck.
I started at midday, ended about midnight.
Before we go on, the summer special worked. Like every
It works.
day you have a new
Every
video.
day there was a new video.
And it gave each video room to breathe. Each video was something new. You had the finale of Catchment Cooks. You had the finale of Yikes We Chillin' Season 1. You had the finale of whatever other finales you had.
Candle's Lucky Dip.
Candle's Lucky Dip.
Yep.
And like they all did something different. That was like your design, one of your goals. They all did something different. They all ended the things really nicely. They all had time to breathe. It did everything it set out to do, and I think that's very, very good.
There were some absolute bangers in the summer special. Of course.
Absolute bangers.
Let's talk about next year on the Catchment. Yikes We Chillin' Season 2, 10 episodes, expanded format. It's going to be fresh, it's going to be new, it's going to be the podcast you know and love, but bigger and better.
Yikes We Chillin' Season 2.
Yikes We Chillin' Season 2.
Yikes We Chillin' Season 2.
There are a lot of big projects in the works. I think we're going to focus more on doing big projects.
Yeah.
I don't want to promise too much. There is a project in the works which is going to be, if it goes ahead, it'll take place over 8 shoot days.
What the? 8? What the?
8 individual days that we're shooting.
That's like 2 times 4.
That's a lot of editing for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Although you like pain, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we like the
The
videos.
one thing that the summer special has shown is that 14 days editing, you like pain.
Big things.
Big plans, can't say.
Can't say too much.
Obviously Catchment Bed Wars, whenever
Catchment
that is.
Bed Wars.
Yeah.
There's new series coming out.
Yep. Kendall spin-offs.
There's spin-offs involving Kendall. Kendall has never stopped coming up with ideas. He comes up with a new idea every week. Thank you so much for tuning into the Catchment this year. 2022. It's been an amazing year, and I hope 2023 is even bigger and even better. Thank you for tuning into the summer special.
Thank you.
It has been 14
Thank you.
days of chaotic fun, some outstanding videos, some slightly subpar videos, and Kendall's final challenge, which is a bit divisive.
Which we will always argue about.
We're going to take a break from making videos. Well, no, we're still making videos. We're still planning videos.
Releasing them.
I'm shooting 4 videos over December after this. But we're going to be back like roughly mid-January. We're going to come back with banger after banger. We're going to not focus on spamming videos out like the 30 seconds videos. It's going to be amazing. I'm excited.
I'm excited.
I am more excited than both of you combined.
We have been the Catchment. This has been 2022. Here is a video. The Catchment forever.